Another stop on the SAC Digital Media Day. We stopped today at Emory Henry with the Wasps head coach Quintin Hunter. Coach, thanks for taking some time today.
I appreciate your time.
So let's jump right into it. The season's right around the corner, man. Preseason polls come out, picked 10th in the league. What does that say? Despite being 10th, you got 10 guys on the all division team. So you have the talent, but what does that say about the team this year and what it looks like?
The expectations are high. It means we got some work to do. It means we're still in the a time of needing to get better. We have some guys that are returning, but we need those guys to lead and lead the right way, and the wins will come.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. You were the receiver coach, right? And
Yes.
you have a couple cams that are
Yeah.
some playmakers for you guys. Tell me about Cam Peoples and Cam Absher.
Well, those guys, they're young guys and they're still learning too. They're still learning how to play the game the right way. Like I said, those are two guys that can help this team win. But it starts with their leadership. It started with them over in the summer, and they put in the time and effort to continue to get better. And they got other guys around them that they need to show how to do it. And those guys need to follow those two guys, and hopefully they can help us win some games as well.
Talk a little bit more about the offense and maybe some key. I know you got some offensive linemen that were all division, but just the offense as a whole and maybe some of the key pieces that make the offense go.
I think in any offense that you run, the five guys up front are most important, no matter what you're running. The style that we've had in the past, we got to be able to be efficient up front. And that starts with our interior, our two guys that were preseason. That's Noah Sage and Deshaun Sharp, being able to leave the guys up front. And we're going to be as good as they go. So again, another two guys that were here over the summer putting in work. And like I said, that's got to show up in camp. And I know everybody's in the grind right now, and so are we. And we're just very, very excited for our first game on August 31st.
Yeah, you're also the OC, right? So you got head coaching and OC
That's
duties.
exactly right. Yeah.
What are you looking to do with the offense there in 2020?
I think the thing that you can't do at this time is a lot of change. I really think the guys are very, very excited to be back, and that's how you develop. Kind of you got to be consistent. Like I said, you can't have much change. The consistency in the offense has to remain the same, and we just want our guys to develop and get better.
So you're entering year 3 in the SAC now. I think you were able to sneak up on some teams. I think that Wingate win, but now you're not going to be as much of somebody that's going to surprise some folks. The people know the talent there in Emory and Henry, and that they got to come to play every week against every opponent. What are the challenges now that you're a little more established in the league?
I think just being able to say that we can continue to compete in this league. We do have some older guys, and you said, for the 2 years of growing into the SAC, I think we did surprise some teams. And now that there's no surprise, now this is going to be the big challenge to say, hey, we got to be just as good, and we got to bring our A game every game, because in this league, it doesn't matter who you are. If you don't bring your A game, it could be a tough day for you on Saturday.
And you personally just stepping into this role, kind of last minute here, obviously not the way anybody would imagine, but now you're going into the season. You got camp starting here soon. You got preseason and all that. What are you looking to establish right away in Emory?
I think when you have a leader that change, I think the first thing that you got to do is you got to establish the relationship, and the players got to understand who you are. Um, I think the offensive side, from where I've been, is a little bit more accustomed to me. The good thing is that I know a good amount of guys as far as by name on the defensive side, but still, when it comes to coaching and interaction, I think the trust that I need to have, I need to be closer with the defensive guys so they know who I am as a coach. And I think once that happens, of my leadership and being able to lead this team, every week, I think the leaders that I need to follow me, they will follow, and then the other guys will follow the leader. So it's very it's a challenge for me. Okay, but I am accepting the challenge. That's what I signed up for. So again, like I said, I think football is kind of the easy part as far as just being out there on the practice field, being able to see the guys run around and compete. So that's all we can ask for, and we just got to continue to grind, put our head down, and like I said, just waiting for that first game to show up, August 31st.
Yeah, and 8 years there at Emory and Henry, so nothing's going to surprise you. But you're starting off. You fortunate that you got three home games to start the season. But the difficult part, it looks like you're kicking off August 31st against Glenville State. Everybody's fired up for that one, I'm sure. Man, that's not very long away, right? Like that game, that's
Yeah, I
getting
mean
here real
that's
quick.
that's a I preach to the guys every day, that are here. Like, listen, guys, we can't waste time. You before you say you'll blink, and before you know it, it's August 31st, and it's a home game, and it's the first one, and everybody's excited to play football again. So, I mean, it's a sense of urgency to be able to be consistent day in, day out, as far as just get better. As long as we are better than we were the previous day, I think we're headed in the right direction.
Just last question to wrap this up. When you kind of look back on this 2024 season, what do you hope to accomplish for the Wasps?
We need to compete. I think last year, there were games that we competed in, and I think there were some games that we folded. I think the biggest expectations that I have as a team is our A game has to be every Saturday, and there can't be excuses now. The excuse of we're not ready to play, the excuse of we're still in the probation period. None of those excuses can show up. If we're going to win, we're going to earn it. And if we, as long as we compete, like I said, the plays are being meant to be played, being made by the guys that are on this football team. And it starts with the leaders. The leadership has to start first, and the followers will follow.
Well, Coach Hunter, thank you so much for taking time today to chat with us. Awesome getting to talk to you today, and wish you and Emory and Henry all the best of luck here in 2024 and beyond.
Well, I appreciate the time. Thanks for having me.